Okay, but what is Gestalt psychotherapy? Well, there are many different schools of psychotherapy, and Gestalt is simply one modality. It does take a humanistic approach, which emphasizes an individual's inherent drive towards self-actualization and creativity. And the key concepts, I'm going to really focus on three of them, and that is the here and now. So, for example, Gestaltists, or people who study Gestalt, do not necessarily look back in childhood to explain someone's behavior. Rather, we acknowledge the past, but are more interested in exploring how you are impacted right here and right now in this very, very moment. Gestalt is also relational. So I know a lot more about myself through my relationship with my dad. You know, how I operate, how I react, how I respond are all characteristics of who I am. And bodily awareness. So there is this need to be in tune with our internal thoughts, feelings, emotions, and how does this impact us physically? So for example, after I speak with like an agitated coworker, you know, I tend to rub my temples a lot. It's just a physical reaction that I'm noticing that I have. So I don't know if any of you on the call, if something is kind of triggered inside of you, if you feel like there's something physical that kind of manifests from that. And then finally, Gestaltists are always students. So those who are practitioners and also patients of Gestalt, they're always going to be lifelong learners and called students. And I would say very similar for Agile coaches. We're always learning. And I mean, that's why you're here tonight. So, all right. Well, let's perform a quick experiment. So take a look at this picture. And I just want you to gauge kind of what feelings you're experiencing inside of your body right now. So feel free if you want to write in the chat as we go along. Is there anything coming up inside your body right now? Yeah, Mary's saying anxiety. Mm-hmm. Brian's saying, wondering why the dog is mad, and Mary's laughing. Yeah, I did have a friend, tension from Craig. I had a friend actually tell me that they thought that the dog was laughing, but no, indeed, it is an angry dog. How do we know that we're feeling kind of these internal feelings? I don't know about you, but generally when I'm anxious or scared, I feel a change in my breathing, kind of get a little sweaty maybe, or just uncomfortable, like there's some physical changes that start to happen. And then where are you experiencing these sensations in your body? Yeah, Janet, increased heart rate. Katrine, calmness. So again, for me, when I look at the dog and I get a little frightened by this picture, I notice that I'm experiencing the sensations here, kind of up around that heart, like Janet, you had just mentioned. That's right. So the reason why I wanted to show you this picture is just to tell you a quick personal story as well, and that's about my dog, Aster. Aster is a rescue dog who sadly previously lived with an abusive male owner. So today she can be quite volatile, even with me, despite the fact that she wags her tail. And so when I sense my own internal fear, it feels like a wave is running up and down my body. And in the past, I used to ignore this fear and I would just sort of jump right in and play with Aster, but often with biting results. So I know now with experience that today when I feel fear, I know it's not the right time to engage with my dog. I pause, I kind of let that wave pass, I shake it off. And then once it's passed and I know that my internal core is calm, I'm ready to be with my dog again. And Astra really senses that calmness, and then she's quite stable with me, and there's no problems. So nice story, great, but how does this apply to Agile coaching? And Brian and Marty, I see your comments as well. I know it's a sad situation, but I promise you, Astor is in a very loving, happy home now.